If you want to change your life, don't skip this video. And I'm not saying this to clickbait. I'm saying this because I spent lots of years studying reality. And I've been trapped, like many of you guys, into gathering more information. There must be something I'm doing wrong. And there is. Most of you, if you're watching this video, you know that whatever you're experiencing in your life right now, you created it. You see, it's easy to say that we create reality only when things are going good. But when it's going bad, we try to seek people to blame. I'm going through this because X, Y, and Z did this to me. And so we walk through life blind to the fact that reality is a mirror from your inner state of being. And I know a lot of you guys know this already, the hermetic principle, as within, so without, but you truly didn't embody that truth into your being. Because you keep looking at your life and you're like, how the fuck do I break from this physical reality that is not matching what I want to experience? And so the first thing, if you don't know this yet, that you gotta internalize is that everything that you're seeing in your reality, it's a byproduct of your inner state of being. And so most of you guys get burned out because you're trying to change matter with matter. That's what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about all the time. And you're trying to take more action. You have to do something else. You have to try something else, a new strategy. And you have to heal more, and you have to do more. And it's always in this battle with matter. But you forget to understand, to remember, and to internalize this into your soul, that your problems are not random. They were created in another plane of existence. Metaphysically speaking, everything was created first in your mental and spiritual plane, and then you're seeing now in your reality. But stay with me. Knowing that truth, that everything is a byproduct of your inner programs, which, by the way, most of your programs were encoded into you when you were 0 to 7 years old. 0 to 7 years old, think about this, you were like a blank computer. But in order for that computer to work, you had to install programs, because imagine buying a computer and not being able to do anything. You're only able to do certain things in your computer when you download the browser, when you download the music, whatever it is that you're trying to do in your computer. And so we human beings, from especially 0 to 7 years old, we are operating mostly in the theta brainwaves, which is the open door to the subconscious mind. So whatever you saw, whatever you were exposed to, whatever you were made feel, you started creating rules, beliefs. And you are now operating based on programs that you didn't even program. Mind you, 95% of your days are being controlled by these unconscious programs. And so some of you guys, this is nothing new. You already know all this shit. And you are trying everything you can to reprogram your subconscious mind. You are trying to scripting, and you're writing till your hands fall off. Perhaps you are doing subliminals, and every night you hope the subliminal will stick. Or you're doing, I don't know, meditation in the morning, at night, sets in the morning, at night. And I get it. Because when you do those things, right, especially in the morning and at nighttime, right before you fall asleep and right when you wake up, your brain is open into the theta state, which is the same state that you were as a kid. So there is no contradiction from your logical mind in the way. Now, what happens is, what most of you guys are failing to reprogram your subconscious mind, and that's what I teach my clients, is that throughout the day, you are in beta. It doesn't mean that the subconscious mind is shut off, okay? Because the subconscious mind is working 24/7. But when you are in beta and you are spiraling down with your physical reality, you overwrite whatever you planted in theta. So imagine this theta as this fertile soil where you are planting seeds in this very fertile soil, and whatever you plant there, it's gonna come to life. But throughout the day, that beta can and will kill off those seeds. It's overriding all of the work that you've been doing. And I felt I was trapped in this cycle for so long. And so throughout the day I was like, okay, I gotta do some scripting here. But the way we break patterns is not by just writing affirmations on a paper or shouting in the mirror like a psychopath, like, I'm loved, I really love myself, trying to convince yourself. No. Okay? Here's what I need you to understand. When people say break free from the matrix, whoever is controlling masses know this very well. Why is that? Because it wants you in the survival mode. If you are into fear, survival, disconnection from your true identity that you have God within, then they are controlling your frequency. They are controlling your state of being. And because you are reacting to the lack of money, you are reacting to the things that you're seeing in this world, then you are not getting access fully to your subconscious mind. Did you get this? If you got this, it just your mind is, this is all you need. This is all you need to understand. Because you need to reclaim your access to your subconscious mind fully. But the way you do this is, okay, in theta, but also in beta. That's why in the Bible it says to walk by faith and not by sight. Because if you keep looking at your physical reality and you keep, where is it? And you need the confirmation from the world for you to feel abundant, for you to feel loved, for you to feel good, you're gonna keep in this trap for a long time. You need to feel good. You need to feel abundant. You need to feel loved because you are. Not because you need confirmation from the 3D, because the 3D is a reflection of you. So if you keep needing that confirmation, you are just looping. Have you ever put a mirror in front of another? It's forever. It's infinite, the reflection. And that's what you're doing. You need to break this reflection, understanding that you are. And mind you, life is gonna keep throwing you the circumstances for you to break it, because it doesn't want to, that old identity of yours doesn't want to die. Okay, the one that lives in scarcity, that is like always struggling with money, that always get ghosted in the relationships, that old identity doesn't want to die. So it will throw your way circumstances, people, things for you to react the same way. And as long as you are reacting in the same way, you are keeping the old version alive and you're not reprogramming shit. The second thing that I want to address in this video is that you are taught that, oh, you need to create new neural pathways for you to create a new belief. And so you're like, oh, it's 21 days. Some people are like 60 to 90 days for you to create a new belief, because you're strengthening new neural pathways. Think about neural pathways as roads, and the most commonly used road is the one that you're gonna access. So just like you gotta build a new belief, right? You gotta build a new habit, and then that's what you're told. But also, I don't know why people don't know this information. Even highly educated people don't know this information, that neuroscience has proven that since 2006, that you can change a belief instantly. How? How? So you're telling me I don't need to keep doing affirmations for 10 years hoping it's gonna change, because it's not changing. Is it changing? Really, is it changing, or is it changing super slow? Because you can change the old way, which requires massive awareness. By the way, guys, awareness is the only way you're gonna really get yourself free. The only way out is in. But let me back up here a little bit. What is a belief? A belief is nothing more than an emotionally charged memory. So when you were a little kid, you had an emotionally charged memory about something, and that created a belief. And throughout your life, because you had that belief programmed into your being, reality showcased that belief to prove that that belief is real, right? And that got reinforced into your subconscious mind over and over and over again. Now, if you're doing the way everybody's telling you to do, which it works, but it's very slow and requires massive awareness, you're going to create new behaviors, new habits, new thoughts, and it's like this constant battle, right? But it's trying to paint the wall that has mold on it, because you're not like vanishing with that belief. You're just creating a belief, a new pathway, right? You're just trying to create a new belief to compete with the old belief. But the old belief still exists. So, like I said, it's trying to paint a wall that has mold on it. And it's easy to like change a belief when it's something macro, like, I don't know, let me just think about something macro, like money is dirty, right? Because you learn that money is dirty. It's easy to change a macro belief that doesn't have any direct impact in your life, but it's hard to change a belief that you experienced in your life and it's deeply related to your story. So if you experience something like your parents abandon you, because this unfortunately happens to a lot of people, it's hard to really change the belief that you're worthy of love. It's hard when it's something personally experienced as truth. Now, what neuroscience has discovered in 2006 is that your brain, your subconscious mind, your emotional brain cannot hold two conflicting truths at once. So, when both are active together, your brain must choose one. That's what I call the tug of war. Your strongest emotional truth will be the winner. But if you're able to activate that old belief, that old emotional truth, because a belief is an emotional truth, you're able to activate that at the same time that you expose your emotional brain, aka your subconscious mind, to a new emotional truth that is stronger than this, that old belief instantly, the neural pathway dissolves, mismatch, it's gone. So you don't need 10 years of affirmation. Now the problem lies is that you don't have just one belief attached to money. You don't have just one belief attached to love. There might be multiple beliefs. That's where things get tricky. But it's not super complicated. But if you got the concept of what I just told you guys, this is literally going to change your life. Because you do not need 10 years of affirmations. And mind you, the third thing that I want to expose here is that you've been taught, for example, if you want more money, you've been taught the basic limiting beliefs of, money is evil. Money is the root of all evil. Money is hard to make. I have to work hard for money. These are just the macro beliefs, which is pretty much in our collective consciousness, right? Because that's how they control masses. But the real beliefs that are keeping you stuck in your life are not these macro beliefs like money is hard to make type of thing. Most beliefs, most money struggles have more to do with love blocks than have to do with money blocks. What? Yes. Because I've seen it all. Let me give you examples of it. People who attract opportunities, or I would say failures in their business, like a business partner that ruins the whole thing, that creates a lot of problem. And why is that? It's not random. It's because sometimes you need that, a bigger problem in your business, to not have to look at the real problem, which is your marriage. Or that's your way of telling your wife to stop bugging you. No, you don't have the money to let her be at home and do whatever she wants. Some people, they don't make more money because unconsciously they don't know how to set boundaries. I have this case of this one client of mine. She wasn't passing her test. She wasn't making more money because deep down she didn't know how to tell no to her family in the Philippines, because they were still in the Philippines and she was here hustling, surviving, sending them money, and she felt guilty for being here in America thriving, and they were still there struggling financially, and she felt like she worked like as a nurse and passed her exam, she was gonna have to send them more money, so why bother? She's already burned out. Why bother? This is the type of unconscious dynamics that are playing your whole entire reality. And if you don't know the truth, you're gonna be listening to all of these coaches out there telling you that you just have to affirm a little longer, that you just have to shout in the mirror a little harder, a little louder, with more conviction for your reality to change, when that's not the truth. The truth is, we all know that your subconscious is the gateway to your reality, but you've been told a bunch of misinformation about how to truly change the programs. And it's not a technique that is going to change your life. It's not one thing that is going to change your life. It's your awareness of who you truly are and how to play the game of life. Because you are in the game. So now your task is to learn how to play the game. Because once you do, then reality will shift. You're going to collapse timelines because it's all about who you are being. And that's exactly what I teach inside my program. By the way, if you guys want to enroll on my program, it's risk-free. Because till now, if you enroll and you go through the onboarding, module 1 and 2, and you think that everything that I'm saying there is BS and is not changing your life, you can go through the entire course within 7 days. And if you think this is BS, nothing new here, not changing my life, then you just email us 7 days from the purchase date and I'll refund you. That's the level of conviction that I have that this works. And that's what my clients one-on-one have been paying me $5,000 to have access to this information. And you don't need $5,000 to access this information. I'm giving most of it here for you guys for free. And you can gather all this information and go do your own research. But please do something about it. Stop gathering information and stop implementing it in your life. Because that's another thing that's keeping you stuck, is just thinking that you need to know more. I need more. I need to know more and more and more and more. I'm still lacking. And that itself is another program that you're trapped in. So if you're ready to quantum leap into your dream reality, click in the description. I'll leave the link for you guys. If not, please get everything that I told you guys here and create your own program, okay? Without years of affirmation, scripting. That's all BS. Don't forget to subscribe here. Comment below if this was useful, your biggest insights, and give a like.